Okay, I think we're just going to recap because we've had a few late arrivals today. My name is Sue. I'm your auctioneer on board your cruise ship for the duration of your cruise. Corey's over here. Corey's with our a cappella choir. If you have not seen Corey perform, please check your dailies for On Point. That's the name of the a cappella choir, On Point, and they usually perform in the Cova Cafe. So Corey's the registration, and Corey will also be giving out the raffle tickets. For everyone that participates at the auction today, you're going to get raffle tickets. And we have lots of great prizes that you can win in our raffles. We have spa treatments. I have a shore excursion for tomorrow in port that we're going to give away. We have slot tokens. We have drink coupons. We have gifts from our shops on board on Deck 5 in the Emporium. Yes, we have lots and lots of gifts, and of course, we're going to have champagne flowing. So we're going to sit back, we're going to enjoy, and I want you to get lots of raffle tickets and start collecting works of art that you can keep for a lifetime. There are a few things that we do need to mention. There is a reserve. Like every auction house in the world, we do have a reserve. Unfortunately, I cannot sell you Pablo Picasso's today for $100. If you live in the state of Florida, there is a 6% tax that we will have to charge you if you ship to the state of Florida, because our land-based office is in the state of Florida. So for those that we ship to the state of Florida, there is a 6% tax. We also have shipping. Our shipping fees are very nominal. For an example, the Peter Max here, the Lady Liberty, that's only $50 in the United States. The huge Umbrella Man by Peter Max, that's $115. So your maximum shipping cost, ladies and gentlemen, within the United States is $115. Internationally, other countries other than the United States where we ship, with just a few exceptions, it's just slightly higher. Someone asked, well, what would I do with that frame? I wouldn't expect you to do anything with that frame because we're not going to send that frame to your home. We're going to send a brand new frame, a brand new mat with museum-like covering, with the wire on the back ready to hang on your wall. So all the works of art that you receive will have new frames, new mats, museum-like covering, and they'll be ready to hang on your wall. We do have a buyer's premium. Like every auction house in the world, there's a buyer's premium. However, our buyer's premium is slightly lower. We're only at 15%. So if you bought a work of art for $100, how much would your buyer's premium be? $15. Give that gentleman some raffle tickets, Corey. Very good, you get 5. That's right. So $100, $15 is your buyer's premium, so you'd only be at $115. Unlike most auction houses, we offer a refund and/or exchange program. I can't imagine why, but if for any particular reason that you decided from today that you wanted to get an exchange or that you wanted a refund, we offer that program. If you live in the United States, you have 80 days from today to get a refund and or exchange your work of art. Anywhere else other than the United States, there is a 120-day policy. So 120 days if you're outside the United States and 80 within the United States. Okay, now when the work of art comes up on the block, I'm going to tell you what the medium is. We've already discussed the mediums. We've discussed G-clays. We've talked about one-of-a-kinds. We've talked about seriographs, lithographs. We've talked about the mediums. And I'm going to tell you what it is. If it's a series, I'll tell you how small the series is, the number in the series. I'm going to tell you about the artist. I'll tell you a little bit about the artist. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but if you are more interested, all you have to do is just come and see me in the gallery, and I'd be happy to share my knowledge and anything else that I can find for you that would be a valuable tool. So make for sure that you understand that I'm going to give you the lot number. You'll have the lot number. I'll tell you what the lot number is. I'm going to give you the suggested shoreside price. That's right, what this shoreside price would be for the work of art. Remember, everything you purchase here will be less than the shoreside price, and it will be duty-free. All of our works of art are duty-free. And then I'm going to start at an opening bid. So today we're going to start with the Marcel Moulet that is behind me. Marcel Moulet, a French artist. precocious little boy. His parents punished him, and they sent him to drawing school as punishment. And thank goodness they did, and I'm glad he was precocious, because look at this wonderful, wonderful work of art as a result of this precocious little boy. Marcel Moulet passed away, unfortunately, just a few years ago. He was the last living protege from Pablo Picasso. That's correct, the last living student of Pablo Picasso. He is one of the top modern artists of the 20th and the 21st century. He hangs in collections all over the world. 20 museums. He has a private showing and private collections. Pablo Picasso obviously had a huge influence on Marcel Moulet, because you can see the cubism in this work of art. And we already discussed what cubism is, what the procedure, what the explanation of cubism is. And you can certainly see that here. And more importantly, you can see the Fauvism. You can see the Matisse, the colors of Matisse. These bold, bold, brilliant, beautiful colors. Those are the colors of Matisse. And Pablo Picasso admired Matisse, and you can see the influence. He traveled the world. One of his favorite places to travel was Greece. And you can see those colors, those brilliant colors of Greece, the countrysides of Greece that come into his works. This is called Le Bâton Rouge. Le Bâton Rouge. It is a series of only 300. Imagine, over 7 billion people live in the world, and only 300 will have the opportunity to collect Marcel Moulet. Obviously, you can see I have a passion for Marcel Moulet. Just like you, a few years ago, I was at a cruise ship, and one of the first works of art I ever bought on board a cruise ship was Marcel Moulet. And since I've collected a few of his, and I truly, truly enjoy them. It's so much fun for me when I go home, which isn't, usually about every 4 or 5 months, I get to go home. And I'm not referring to my home on deck 2, I'm referring to my home in Florida. I go home and I see my Marcels hanging in my condo in Florida. And it's a fun feeling. It takes me back to like my first cruise. And each one of those works, I can say, oh, I remember what ship I was on, or I remember who I was with. You know, it's sort of unlike a t-shirt that eventually you're not going to have. Works of art are something that will always be with you. They're going to be with your family. You're going to be able to give them down to generation to generation. Anyway, this beautiful Marcel Moulet, La Bâton Rouge, we're going to start at an introductory price today of only $500. $500 now, $500, will you give me $500? $500 now, $500, will you give me $500? Thank you, sir. $550 now, $500 now, $500, will you give me $550? $500 now, $500, will you give me $550? $550 now, $550, will you give me $6? $550 now, $550, will you give me $6? Thank you, ma'am. $6 now, $6, will you give me $650? 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 $650 now, $650, will you give me $7? $7 now, $7, will you give me $750? $7 now, $7, will you give me $750? $750 now, $750, will you give me $8? $8 now, wait, will you give me $850? $8 now, wait, will you give me $850? Thank you, sir. $850 now, $850, will you give me $9? $9 now, $9, will you give me $950? $9 now, $9, will you give me $950? $950 now, $950, will you give me $1? $950 now, $950, will you give me $1? Well, $950 now, $950, will you give me $1? $950 now, $950, will you give me $975? $950 now, $950, will you give me $975? $975 now, $975, will you give me $1? $975 now, $975, will you give me $1? $975 now, $975, will you give me $1? $975 now, once, $975 now, twice, $975 now, and it's been sold. To bidder number 2, 3, 4, Corey, 2, 3, 4. Let's give him a round of applause. Congratulations, sir, and thank you very much for being our first buyer today.